Yes, Wellington. Good evening.
Let me just put a slide in to small people's schedule, but we can start. Then, is it your first time here, Dana, or is it the first time with me?
No, it's not my first time in Talk and with you.
Yeah,
I
maybe I just don't remember because of the camera off.
my connection is very unstable. So
Oh, no, I
uh,
remember you.
hi.
So welcome again.
Oh my God, just me.
You see, just a sec. Is there no one else that's scheduled? There's more. Oh, so there was just one link here. Sometimes there is a problem that a lot of links appears, but I guess this time it was just one. So let's start. Did you read about the topic before, Athena? Are you
No, usually I don't read a lot about the issue that we discussed about, but I read the questions, some questions.
that's good. Like last week, I guess it was a topic that were more difficult. This one, I guess it's a really good topic to discuss. It is something that I think that I have brought here before, like 1 or 2 years ago, a long time ago, but in a different perspective, more like focus on the traditional parties that we have on the country and in each state. But I guess it's something really good to discuss always, mainly on the nowadays that we live, that we have a lot of internet and a lot of things are mixing with each other from different states and countries. And it's something really good. And it was this the reason that I chose this topic. Uh, I will present myself again to you and to people that are on YouTube. My name is Wellington. I'm living in Rio de Janeiro, but I am from Salvador. I'm 29 years old. I'm a civil engineering, and I love to dance forró, but it's been a time since the last time that I have danced and went to a party that played this, but I still listen to. Uh, Nowadays, I'm trying to go to the gym every day, especially after this end of the year. I guess we all made a lot of new resolutions, and this is one of mine again. So it's been 1 year that I am going frequently to the gym. That is something really good to health, you know. Like I have saw some memes that said about this. Who would imagining that sleeping well, drinking water, and doing exercise would be resolving my problems? It's that. It's just that. It's something really simple, but that really cares for us. And how about you, Tena?
I hope your New Year's goals, be okay. The 2 years of war, the main, the main goal in your New Year because they are so hot. Oh my God, the summer is very frustrating for me. Well, I'm Taina. I'm 20 years old. No, 22 years old. I'm a pharmacy student. I still live in Salvador, Bahia, and I am from Salvador, Bahia. I was born in Salvador, Bahia. I don't like Salvador, Bahia.
Oh, I don't like the city so good. Even though I'm not living there for like 1 year and a half, I love it. I am always there. Like in this time that I am living here, I have been there like 5 times, and I'll be again in February. I'm always in Salvador.
I I love the carnival. I love the carnival. I love the parties. I I I, I spend my time at Rio Vermelho, but for jobs is so frustrating.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah, because of
There,
this, I'm living in Rio.
exactly, exactly. So I try my New Year's goals is to finish my graduation, to be okay in mental health issues, and exercise my exercise. I don't know it can be used in this way, but exercise my English. And there is another person with us.
Yeah, welcome, Talita. Can you listen us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Could you introduce
Oh,
yourself, Talita? Is it your first
oh,
time at Talk and Talk or the first time with me?
probably it's the first time with you, I guess, but it's not my first time here.
So go on,
Yeah.
present yourself. She will
Okay.
meet you.
So, um, I am Talita. I'm 33. I'm married. I have a son. He is only 1 year and 5 months, and he is coming. So I'm running some errands and trying to practice English now. Um, and I live in Aquiraz, Ceará. Aquiraz is a city close to Fortaleza. And I work as a Portuguese teacher. I think that's it.
Pretty good. Welcome, Talita. And girls, I will send you the questions just to if you read if you want. And I always like to start by the definition that the topic, but about our perspectives, not the definition in general, but how do you see that? And how do you personally define culture? And what does the term mean to you? When you think about culture, what comes to your mind? For you, Taina.
For me, culture uh, is defined as expression of a group of people expressing your thoughts, expressing your beliefs, your values, using overall some artistic concepts as music, songs, dancing, and etc.
Really good. And for you, Talita, how do you define culture?
Oh, I define culture. It's a little bit hard to define, but for me, it's something that is, how can I say that? Um, is related with the habits of a group of people or of a nation, and just not the habits, but the beliefs. And I don't know, culture can be something more local or something more not global, but um, I don't know. There are many kinds of cultures, and I don't know. It's a little bit hard to define,
Yeah,
but
I
I
know, I
think
know.
that's it.
Yeah, I guess this question is just to start and exercise thinking about because the others are kind of related. So I guess in the end we will have like a more clear definition that what we believe. And for me, it's pretty similar what your girl said. I think it's something that is related to a group of people, like identity, that make those people see themselves as a group and being related, even though are not parents, for example. Uh, I guess like Taina said, can be represented in music, in art, in some manifestations, in behavior, as Salita said, also on the way that we speak, express ourselves, that we dress. I guess it's completely related in who we are. So without culture, we cannot like create a group and put this identity as a country, as a city, as a state, a region. It's like Talita said, there are a lot of layers of culture. And when you think about culture from the place that you live and about who you are, what are the main influences on your own cultural identity? How do you see yourselves? I guess we will be pretty similar because we are all Northwesties here, all people from Nordeste. So I guess we have a lot of similarities, but I want to listen from you, for you, Taina. You are muted.
I know, but I was thinking about what are my main influences. I guess some shared situations, influence my identity. I identify myself as a person born in Bahia. When I traveled to Florianópolis, I see some sites. Eu não sei se site é ver visão. Eu tive alguns olhares nesse sentido. Eu posso usar site nesse sentido?
Let me see. On those situations, if you can. I guess, yes, it's applied, but maybe there is something else I will look for, and then
Glimpse, I
I'll
guess
put here.
glimpse. Sorry.
No worry. But you can continue. I'm paying attention and I'll look for it.
Okay. So that's it. The main influence on my own cultural identity was my way of my speech, the way I dressed myself, I dress up myself, the way I gesticulate, articulating my speech using my hands, my arms, so corporal using. And there are so many influences to that. The way we arguing with someone, the cultural weights, some music, some that's it. I I live in Cajazeiras. I guess you know
Yeah, I
where
know
is
what it
it.
is.
So a neighborhood. Uh, oh meu Deus, eu não sei falar longe do centro. It's not next.
It's
It's not.
far from the center of the city.
Muito obrigada. Apart from the city. So I hear some different type of musics than the people who live in the center, the Talita. So I guess that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And
Thanks,
eu me
Tainá.
embolei, mas eu entendi.
Yeah, we could understand you. For the word that you were looking for, I guess you can use stare or glance, like people stare at you in Kara.
Muito obrigada.
And for you, Thalita, what are those main influences on your cultural identity?
I don't know, maybe I don't know our vocabulary and maybe my accent. It's something interesting because I've been living here since 2014, but I'm not from here. I'm from uh, Pernambuco, the countryside part of Pernambuco, and even we are talking about Northeast, we have some differences, and we
Yeah,
have also a difference in our accent. So when I moved, my accent called attention of some people. For example, at my work, among my students, mainly. And I don't know, little small habits like um, in the in the hinterland or countryside of some states, it's still common. For example, greet people we don't know
yeah,
more frequently, and when we are walking on the street, especially when we are in our neighborhood, we greet our neighbors. It's common to say good morning, good afternoon, and so on. And here is not so common because I am in a city that is in the metropolitan region. So
yeah.
I feel it's not so different, but there are these little differences. So I'd say that these little things like greet people, I don't know, my accent, maybe it's part of my identity, especially here.
Yeah, I got it. I totally understand. And something that you say, like the different accents that we have Northeast is totally true. And I feel when I travel to the other states outside of Bahia that we are so like so out of the blue because like the other states I feel that are similar, but it's different, the accent. But in Bahia, it's completely different. Just on the cities that are like near to Sergipe, Pernambuco, and yeah, Sergipe and Pernambuco, people speaks more like people have the stereotype of Nordestino. But in Bahia, it's so different. But it's just necessary to I to say oi, and people knows where I am from. I don't need even say nothing more. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I just said hi. How is it possible to know where I am from just with this, you know? And I guess, like you girls said, my accent is completely part of my identity. And I like feel some stereotypes of people from Bahia because I love carnival. I love forró. I know how to dance. and I played capoeira. So I feel like a lot of stereotypes of those things because I really like and love these. I like going to the beach, the way that I speak, some, oh my gosh, I completely forget how some slangs that I say. Also, I guess it's part of my culture. Uh, the musics, the type of arts that I like. I guess I have a really strong influences from things from Northwest and less from the other parts of Brazil. Uh, I don't know. I guess in Bahia we have a big bubble. In Northwest in general, we have a big bubble, so we consume a lot things that are around us and happens on our states and on our region. So we don't take so much about this, you know. I feel a little sad because when I was younger, I guess we have more influences, you know, especially the forró bands that had big tours on the country, but nowadays Sertanejo has like take control of this and we lost a little bit. And I was talking to a friend that I won't be able to go to Bahia during the São João, and I am already sad because of this. Because here it's people they just doesn't know, you know. It's not a holiday here. They doesn't even know the day, and they eat like foods
And,
that are not related to to Junine party.
and I guess they commemorate it in July, not in June.
Yes, they are totally wrong. I say this to them. I always say you are totally wrong. And the food too. I guess it's something that makes part of my identity. I really love um, things with dende. Oh my gosh, palm oil. It's amazing. It's part of me. And thinking about the way that culture is spread and goes and take becomes part of our lives. Do you girls think that internet it's good or bad for our culture nowadays? It's kind of the question three, but I make it a little bit different. How do you see the internet in culture nowadays? It's something good or bad?
Alita, can you start this question, please?
Yes, I think how can I say it? The internet is just like um, a medium of spread. Culture is not, how can I say, we can't, um, I don't know how to say that in English. Because we are not talking about the content, we are talking about the medium. It's a way of spread culture. It turns nowadays it's easier to. I'm sorry, I'm a little disconcentrated because my baby is crying.
Oh, okay.
So the question is about this, right? If internet is
Is the
something
number
positive,
three? Yeah.
so I think it's not something negative or positive because it's just a medium of spread information, for example, about culture. So it depends of the content, you know. Um, yeah, I can't answer. Um, yeah, but it's just that's all.
Don't worry. It's a difficult question, I know. I
Yeah.
will make easier odds. And for you, Taina.
I don't know because the internet has positive and negative impacts. In the culture, I guess has a positive impact in the no alcance. The informations arrive in a major number of the people, but in the quickly way. So I don't know. I don't know if this behavior is good for the culture because we need to stimulate the traditions and this fast fast dancing is can be bad for the culture in general.
I agree with you. I think depending how is it used, I guess it helped some traditions to still alive or to be known for another people because of the range of the people that can be reached by internet. But in the same way, like we consume more the viral content. So sometimes we can be like brainwashed and just be stuck on the same thing. And I'm thinking more about like music, the top 10 musics listened in Brazil, it was sertanejo. I don't remember if or all of them, but most of them. And it's like you are making everything like the same, I think, and losing the identity that have some in some places this doesn't have so much, but I think children's and teenagers, the youngsters are more open to be influenced by this. So is this is the problem, I think, and it's part of the society, the government, the adults to make and preserve this. So it depends on how is it used. And I will skip to the question number 6. What are the main cultural manifestations or traditions that you think that represent Brazil? I can start with that to give you girls time to think. Uh, to me, actually, it's not, I mean, cultural manifestation, but it is food. I guess here in Brazil, we have a really characteristic food, you know. We make, like, we can put away in any food that comes from outside and make like a Brazilian food. So we have this specialty. We have our own foods that we made here. We have different ones that come from outside and we just adapted. And oh my gosh, I don't know if I wouldn't be Brazilian, if I would be happy, you know, because we are so good at making food and different foods and making the others better. You know, it's awesome the way that we do. And I guess this represents a lot Brazil. Like people that doesn't know what is brigadeiro or coxinha. And in my mind before, I know that it wasn't something like no in every word. I was just like, oh my gosh, people doesn't know it's something just from Brazil. Imagining going outside and you cannot eat coxinha in a birthday party or brigadeiro. It's something really sad for those people. I feel for them, but they will have this opportunity when it comes to Brazil. And for you, Tainá.
The main cultural party to represent Brazil is the carnival, totally carnival. The funny and anxious spirit of Brazilian screaming this in the same tone, the same voice, something, uh, something, something, coisas alegres em general, I guess. But there are another thing that I wanna add in this topic. The
Oh,
syncretism, the religious syncretism.
yeah.
It's so funny how we can believe in trusting in diverse of things in the same time. I I I I don't know how to describe this, but it's interesting event, interesting behavior, especially in Salvador. In February, we have o Dia de Iemanjá, and everybody that I meet go to celebrate that, independent of the religion they are. So I não sei falar, mas eu acho muito bom e engraçado.
Yeah. It's something like, oh my gosh, I don't know if we are the kind of people that believe in anything and at the same time don't believe in nothing.
Exactly.
Or are just there because, it's a tradition. We are used to do, so we do.
That is
I
good.
guess it can be both of these. And for you, Talita, what is the main cultural manifestation or tradition that you think that represents Brazil?
Um, I don't know. I will give some examples, but I don't know if they are exactly traditions, but these are things that, yeah, they are things that characterize Brazil. Like, I don't know, the soccer, and as you have mentioned, Carnival as well. I don't like Carnival, but it's for sure one of the most um, uh, festivals that characterize Brazil. And I don't know, we are maybe our diversity. Brazil is very diverse. We were talking now about, for example, even we live in the same region, we have so many differences in, for example, in our accents and maybe in our food. So Brazil is a so huge country that we are so diverse, and maybe is our maybe this is our main characteristic. I think it's something very nice because uh, I don't know, we are very very diverse when we compare with other countries. For sure, it's related with our history, but the for me the most important part is that it's something very natural for us. Even sometimes there are some prejudice related with, for example, these differences. But in general, these differences are something very natural, you know. So I think that's it.
Yeah,
Guys, now I'm sorry. Now I will just listen to you, okay?
don't worry.
I'm gonna take care of my baby, and I will just listen to you.
Okay, no problem, Talita. Thanks.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And you said something really interesting about the diversity that like everybody can look like a Brazilian, you know. In every country we have like we Brazilian looks like anyone in the world. Is there a problem related with that? Because a lot of people that want to do something wrong in other countries want a Brazilian passport because any nationality can look like a Brazilian. We have black people, white people, we have Asian people, we have completely all the colors here. Everybody can look like a Brazilian, depending on how what is the region that you are. You look more or less with those people there. But we have a lot of big cities that is pretty common. You find people really different, like the capitals in Salvador, in Fortaleza, in São Paulo, Rio, Brasilia also. You find a lot of different people, and it's something that for sure represent Brazil's a lot. You know, we have like also I think how could I say this? A stereotype that because of that there are not prejudice on your country because we are so diverse, but we know that we have. But like Talita said, I guess in most part of the time we can deal better and more naturally with this than other countries. And it's completely related with our culture. We are made for us with a lot of different countries and being somehow and better than the others, we respect each others, I think. And I will skip to the question number 8. Aina, how do you feel about the portrait of Brazilian culture in the media, both domestically, like inside Brazil, and internationally outside? How do you think that we are represented? And if you think that it's in a good way, in a bad way?
Is that a tough question?
Yeah. But this is easier than define what is culture. Okay.
Exactly. I like the way we see ourselves. And I think I can start that. Well, oh my goodness. There is a changement in the self-esteem by ourselves. So the way we see ourselves is changing, and I like that. I like this culture in the movement of that. Internationally, I don't like. We are more than soccer samba. We are more than uh, pretty faces and pretty bodies. And and well, there's so many stereotypes that we live with. In the field of science, I see that there are less opportunities for us, and there is very there is a I don't know how to say that exactly, but they see us a bit different, a bit you are you able to do that? You can do that exactly. This is not our job. This is not. Do you base it in in someone? Where is the person? So something like that.
Got it. Like they misjudge us and think we are like inferior of them, even though I guess our education is really good when it comes off like superior education. We're really good at it. Maybe we just don't have the enough investment as they have, but we are we are Brazilians. We are the bestest. But I think I agree with you. I guess like in turn, we can make it better. I guess we always see ourselves in a pessimist way. And like when we compare with the others outside, there is like I don't know how to say did a lot in English, but
But I know that the dog syndrome is changing. It's less
yeah,
than other times.
yeah, I guess internet has helped a lot to easy that because before we have more access, uh still nowadays, but we had more access to certain types of information, which was like more closed. So we didn't see the problems in other countries and things like that. Just going there, and it was really difficult to go. It is still to have money to go. But now we have more access what happens in the other countries by internet. For example, we thought that in Europe this didn't have assaults. There are a lot of them, just like people think that happens in here, and we will have a person stealing your pocket, your cell phone. We were seeing attenzione pickpocket happen, so appearing all the time on Instagram. So this happens a lot there. They are used to the guy that drives the train alerts people about this, and the policy does nothing. So it was something common for them like this. Like the sanitary and the cleaning of the cities. People always say, like, for example, about Paris and New York, but nowadays we can see on videos that they like smell it. There are a lot of trash outside, and they are just beautiful on the main part that tourists are, just like here in Brazil, you know? So I guess this side, internal side become better because when we compare, we see the others. And we are such a warm people in Brazil. We want to receive people well. We talk. We are like more close, more open to receive people and shows what we have better. I'm saying this related for the place that I live in, I went. Maybe in other places in Brazil are not this way.
Exactly. In one more thing. As Brazilian, with the with this access in but sorry, with this access for information, other informations, we question ourselves by these situations in other parts. It questions ourselves by our own behavior and our those about something general. Why am I wrong? Why why don't you wrong? So I think it's better now. I think it's better now, and I see the pride in the sight of the people that I see in the streets in general. They like where they live. They um, they represent that and continue the struggle for the people. So I like that.
Yeah, totally. And we are always optimistic, but really tough with ourselves, and we are changing that. Maybe people are doing therapy and self-reflection about themselves. It's something like this, but I'm not sure about this. And I agree with you about the stereotype that we have outside, but I guess any country will suffer with stereotypes. Like we cannot know deeply about the others, so we know just the superficial things that are more famous. Like for example, we misjudge people from Japan. We know a little bit about them, about China or Russia. You know, we just have these stereotypes that comes from media, and we will just learn more if we are interested on the country, or if you we went there. Some stereotypes are true, but they are just like with I don't know how to say lupa, but with a glass in front of it that we see bigger, you know. And that is the problem. People just make it higher than it is. You know, we love soccer in Brazil, but it's not just that that represents us. We study, we work, and we play soccer. We really love a party, but we have our bills to pay. We stay home, and it's a time to have fun. We do carnival, but it's something that happens once in a year, and it takes a lot of work and effort to make it happen because it's not auto-organized. You have a lot of people working on it to make it happen. And it's a big party with a lot of people that happens, in like it's something that works and have safety, have like have structure to works. So I think that the problem is just that people make it higher, and also there is plus one thing that it's a big stereotype of us. It's Amazon that people think that overseas Amazon, and everybody knows Amazon. I wish I could went there. I really want to know about it, but we are in a such huge country that it's not so easy to know every place, and not everybody have seen uh I don't know Sucuri or went in swim in a river in Amazon. It's like a really bullshit stereotype about this.
Yes,
And
I don't have domestic snakes in my house, something like that.
exactly. Exactly. We just have a lot of urban cities as outside of Brazil. But yeah. And thinking about that, which stereotype, which all of that ones that we say, would you like to change? That you think that is the the stereotypes that more annoys you? Yeah, that make you more irritated when you think about that. Brazil is known about this, and you think, oh my gosh, it
Uh,
shouldn't.
oh my god, that we don't lead something subjects uh, responsible to development of the country. Uh, I guess it is the the major stereotype that I I really hate. We can do some things, or we can develop ourselves or develop our country because we don't care. We don't care. Ah, the, it is the way the it's that way, and it's still that way in the future. No can no can change, no can be better. No, we can do more. We can do different. I guess the worst that I heard in the streets in general is that ah, that's é isso aí. Só sei que foi assim. Não, não é. Eu quero saber tudo.
Exactly. I guess it's a good one. To me, I think that we always are doing parties and everything is about parties and etc. I guess it's really bullshit. We really have these because we receive a lot of tourists, so they uh want to enjoy the city, the country. So it's more for them. And people take vacations. So we have people that are not working and can have fun. Not everybody can take vacation at the same time. It's impossible. So we will have a lot of people in vacation during the whole year. So people will enjoy in Paris at this, but we works a lot. And I think there is something also that people from inside of Brazil have from Bahia. this perception too, that we are always in carnival, that there is a party all the time, and it's, oh my gosh, it's completely different. We have, for sure, during the summer, is the huge time where when we have tourists, so we have more things for the tourists and also for the people that are on the city, but people works a lot, a lot, a lot. You say that you live in Cajazeiras. I used to live in Valeria, that is so far as Cajazeiras, and I saw a lot of people uh in the bus station in the morning, like 5 a.m. or before, uh, waiting for the bus to going to study, going to work. So we work hard, we work a lot. We don't take all our time sleeping in a net. Yeah, no, I don't know how to say Heiji in English. And not everybody has one in house to say, you know? It's not something like this again. It's a big stereotype. And nowadays I just respond people with irony. And I say, yes, my life there was better than here. We know how to have fun. We could like relax a lot. Everything was better than this shit of place. So with irony, I guess they take the response better or not, you know. So I guess this is one that really annoys me.
I don't know if you see that in the news, but the people who hold the rope in the
Yeah,
carnival, well, they work a lot every carnival that there is in the city, and they earn so bad, and they struggle for accrue in the value in the money, but they don't have it. So why? That's crazy, because this person needs to arrive in the place of the concentration and 3 years before the party, and they don't know the hour they go to home again. They there are some relatives, they sleep in the streets because there is no bus and there is no the money money enough to come back to the home. So it's it's, it's hard, and we like to spend our short time in that we have, eu não sei falar curtindo, mas curtindo alguma coisa.
enjoying.
Enjoy, exactly. Enjoy something, enjoy um pagodão, enjoy, I don't know, mas enjoy.
Exactly. We worked so hard a lot, so we have to relax.
Exactly.
I'm totally with you. I was there working, studying, and going to Paris because I'm filho de Deus também.
Exactly.
And girls, it was a really nice talk that we have here. The time just passed fast. I sent here the survey to your answer and feel. And I always say to everybody that comes here to my meeting that I am running out of ideas what topics to bring because it's been 3 years that I am host here at Talking Talk. So I have discussed a lot about a lot of topics, more than 136 meetings, I guess I have been. So it's a lot to think about it. And Talking Talk is made for people that comes here. So bring topics that you would like to discuss. It's something really important to our communities. Because this way we can improve our vocabulary, we can improve our sense of community, we can learn together, we can have better discussions and more fun discussions. I guess English, I would say this on my perspective. To me, before of talking, it was a little bit of like boring, but since I joined here, it become more about talking about a topic and meeting people, growing my knowledge than learning English. I guess learning English is something natural from all this process that we are having here. So I hope you girls feels the same and keep coming and improve your English and accomplishing your goals with English, because we all have traveling abroad, going to a different country to study, to live. It's something really important, and English and talking can help on it. So with that, I close the meeting and see you next week or in other